Hello and welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack Duxbury, and there I used all three pedals that come with a digital piano or an acoustic piano, and in this video I'm going to show you, along with Tay-Tay in the room, what the names of these pedals are, how you can use them. Let's just jump straight into it. In the intro you saw me, thanks to Taylor, zooming in on my fresh sneaks using the pedals. I'll get back to that, but let's go right to left through the pedals. On modern digital pianos you often get three pedals that will come with it. Some older acoustic pianos you might just have the two, but let's start with the right hand one. It'll always be on the right, and it's commonly referred to as the sustain pedal, or sometimes the damper pedal. We sell some pianos that will say damper on it, and this is what it sounds like. If I don't play with it pressed down, this is what it sounds like. If I put my pedal down, now, what's going on there? On an acoustic piano, if I play a note, when I release it, what's happening is when I first press the note, a hammer hits the strings. And to deaden that note, when I released my finger, a damper is pressed onto the strings. When I hold this pedal down, it stops that damper from going onto the strings, so it lets the string ring out, the key ring out. So when I take my foot off, boop, it's dampening the pedals. Boop, and that's why you get the two names for it. It's the one that you'll probably only ever use. I only ever use it. And I just thought this video might be interesting to find out what the other things do. You can do cool things with the others. I'll just give you a little, one way if you're new to the piano, or for anyone, is to just think of when the measure of the music starts, or when you press a chord, is that when your hands go down, your foot goes down. So in that example, when I played that first note, my foot goes down on the sustain pedal at the beginning of the bar. To the next measure, I lifted up my foot and I then pressed it down to start the sustain, because otherwise you'll get weird if I just hold it down. Gets a bit wishy-washy. So one really nice technique is it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm resetting the pedal every bar. Pretty simple. So that's the right hand pedal, sustain, aka damper. In the intro I started off with both feet down and it sounded like this. If I just used the right sustain pedal, the damper pedal, you hear it slightly softer, warmer, well that is what the left hand pedal is for. It's commonly referred to as the soft pedal. Sometimes people call it the una corda pedal. And what this was doing mechanically on a real acoustic piano was shifting the hammer over to the right. And often on a piano you'd have three strings that the hammer's hitting. And to get a softer sound, they figured out that this pedal shifts everything to the right and it will only hit two of the strings. Or on older pianos, one of the strings, una corda, one string. And that's the sound you're hearing. So if I play something, and what I did, you can combine the two. And that's the way I use it, because you just get that slightly softer thing, but it's a bit of a commitment. You know, you've got to be well seated and strapped in. I wanted it to feel like it came up a little bit, so I just took my foot off the soft pedal. A brighter sound, and it's a really nice way if you're doing an intro. We're into the verse off it, and it's very subtle, but that's how I use the soft pedal, aka una corda. Last of the three pedals that you might have on your piano is the middle one, the Sostenuto pedal. Easy for me to say. Right, this one is probably the one that most people don't know what it does. And the simplest way to use it is that when I'm playing a chord like this, if I want to sustain that chord, I could use a sustain pedal. And all the notes sustain together. What the Sostenuto pedal does is after I've played those, I can sustain the group of notes that I've got played, or one note will sustain, but the notes after it will be unaffected. So they can be staccato, unsustained, whilst I've got a chord. Guitar players do it all the time with like freeze pedals, and it's a really nice way, and I did it in the intro where I'd gone through my wishy-washy bit. I'm so emotional. And I went to the end and I wanted to pin this kind of modified C chord. You see what I did there? I pressed it before. If I press it before, it doesn't change anything. But I have to have the notes already played. They've pinned them. Next chord. Press the chord first, pin it. And back to the end, I wanted to sustain it, so I moved to the right pedal, the sustain pedal, the damper pedal. So that's how I think about it. It's like I've got something going on, like this chord, and I want that to be sustained, and then I want to play over it, but I want the notes to be unsustained. That's still going until I let it off. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Cool, I'm going to play you out. Thanks for watching the videos, I really appreciate it. Also, I wanted to bring your attention to this piano. This is £499 at the moment, and I think that's a crazy deal. Hopefully you like the sound of it. Comes with those 3 pedals. Bit of wood, made by Casio PX-760. And we've got plenty of those in stock. Thankfully, loads of you have been buying pianos. I'll play you out on, let's go, we can actually change the sound to the mellow one. I'm going to change the sound. I've got another video on it, and we're going to be doing some more videos on these home pianos because a lot of you are kind enough to buy them. Anyway, if you like what we're doing, consider subscribing. If you don't, let us know. We learn from it. I'll play out on and try to use different pedals. Similar vibe. Weirdest of all the pedals, and the one not many people want to even think about, is the middle pedal, and it's called the Sostenuto pedal. No, is it? Sostenuto. I'm gonna have to figure out how to say that. I know, but there's no A in it. I feel that that's like my piano teacher back in Weymouth when it's called a Sostenuto. Let's hear someone pronounce it. Sostenuto. I reckon it's Sostenuto.